We've been out for a couple weeks. We've been doing some stuff between Shay having me having stuff to do, everybody else having stuff to do. So we're back this week. Max will be joining us in a matter of about 10 to 15 minutes. Ezra's ordering food for his game tonight, and let's get this.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Gotta put in my card number.
Oh, okay. Could you say that out loud, please?
Read it out loud.
No, I'm not sharing my. I'm gonna mute myself now.
Okay. All right. So we have our first segment of the day, and I think this is a very interesting one.
All right.
This is Oscar's Super Bowl must-haves.
Okay.
Okay. So there's 5 things I put on this list. Okay. 1, you have to have a good quarterback.
Number 1, good commercials.
Ezra, you said you were going to mute yourself. Please do so. Jesus Christ.
I just had to get my card.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's 5 Super Bowls must-haves.
Okay.
A good quarterback.
All right.
Oh, well, sorry. Good head coach. Must have a good quarterback. Must have a star pass rusher. Must have a dynamic pass catcher. And you must be healthy.
Okay.
Okay. So there were only 2 teams that fit this criteria out of the 32 NFL teams.
I'm trying to think. One is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs.
You'll see the
okay. All right.
the bubble.
All right. Okay.
There's 11 teams on the outside.
11 teams. Okay. Missing like one thing or something.
Missing one thing, yes.
Okay.
Or they're missing like half of half.
I got it.
Kind of ish. There's a couple teams that are missing like.
Okay. There's only 2. I mean, I could guess one's going to be Kansas City.
Yeah.
And one's going to be I don't actually know who the other one is besides Kansas City.
Yeah, I first thought then Kansas City, and then I put another team in there. There was another team that I was.
Because Kansas City's the only one I can think
Yes.
of off the top
So,
of my head.
Let's go to the other side here. These are the teams that are on the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start off with the 49ers. They're not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have absolutely everything they need. What I consider, and this is going to be where preference comes into hand in talking about quarterbacks and head coach. And Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. I consider good quarterbacks top 15. Brock Purdy is a top 15 quarterback, so he's a good quarterback.
I think you could say he's a top 10 quarterback. I mean,
he might even be top 10.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's had a couple of bad weeks recently. He started the season well. He's had a few bad weeks, but he's obviously a lot of guys down for them. But there's no doubt he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a top 15, top 12, I would say top 10 quarterback in the league.
But they're just not healthy right now, and that's why they're out.
Mm-hmm.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, they don't have a good quarterback.
Listen, Russ looked all right. He looked solid against the Jets.
I know, but it's one game so far.
It is. I also don't know if you would say a dynamic pass catcher.
George Pickens.
They only got one. That's kind of the issue, I think, too.
Yeah.
Here's the one. Can we go? Is there a way to go back on this, by the way? Because I would change 2 things here. Must have a star pass rusher. I think must have a good pass rush. I don't think you need one pass rusher, but you need a good pass rush.
Okay.
So you don't need like a star like TJ Watt, Nick Bosa. I think if you have just a solid pass rush, like you might have, like say the Packers have Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, like a couple guys. They don't have a star, like I would say someone you'd probably consider a star, but they have some good players. Now they're not getting the most pressure this year as they should, besides against the Texans. But I think if you have a good pass rush, like a couple of solid guys, I think that's okay. And dynamic pass catcher, I don't think you need one dynamic pass catcher. I think if you had multiple, you don't need to have one like really good guy, but you need to have. If you don't have like one superstar, you got to have a couple of solid, like you got to have a few solid guys. I don't think you could win either with just one pass catcher. That's why I think Kansas City went out and got themselves DeAndre Hopkins, because they don't just trust the one guy. They want to have, you got to have usually 2. I would say if you have one star, you got to have another guy. You look at the Packers for years. We had Devontae Adams and nobody else. And the Niners were like, that's fine. We'll double Devontae Adams and see what you're going to do. Rodgers didn't know what to do with the ball. So I think you have to have a couple guys. So that's why I think the Steelers lack. They have Pickens, but I think that's really it. I mean, I think Wilson's number 2 guy the other night was Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if I would consider him a number 2 guy.
No.
That's a slow tight end.
Yeah. So that's where Pat Freiermuth.
Freiermuth too, yeah. He's all right. But, like, I agree with you. The
2.
Steelers, they're missing something.
They're missing the quarterback, and that's why they're on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
The Minnesota Vikings, they don't have a dynamic pass rusher. Now, this is a team that you could probably put in the bubble because they actually do have a good pass rush.
They've been getting good pressure this year, yeah.
They have Van Ginkel, the kid from Texans, Greenland.
They got the rookie, too. They got Jared Verse. They drafted. I think the Vikings I'd probably put. Here's the thing. The Vikings have a good quarterback. This year, yes, Sam Darnold's playing well. Now, obviously, are they in I don't think the Vikings are going to win the Super Bowl. I think they're a very good team, though. But I understand why you have them on the outside.
So they're on the outside. Baltimore's on the outside for not having a dynamic pass catcher. That's why a star pass catcher. That's
I think
why
another thing there's a couple things you probably, if you add back to the list, have to have a good run game. That I think is important, and I don't think you put in there because I think no team without a run game is gonna. I mean, listen, if Kansas City's actually been able to run the ball even with Kareem Hunt, they've done a solid job. But if you can't run the ball, you're screwed right away. You're screwed. You have no. That's why Baltimore's so good. Baltimore cannot have the best pass catchers because their run game is so dynamic and so good that it forces teams to stack the box. Then you got man-to-man across the board. Those average receivers can kind of make plays because they got straight man-to-man, no safety help. Like they got because you're running the ball so well, you got to stack the box.
The Jets, they have bad coaching. They have everything they need. They need all new coaches, all of them. Detroit is half and half of a not a dynamic pass rusher in health because Aiden Hutchinson went out, so they don't have
their. They were in that bubble until they lost Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if they can create a good pass rush still, I think they'll be all right. I think they're fine. Because they could run the ball. Jared Goff's been lighting it up this year. He's been great. They've been throwing the ball very well. And defensively, their secondary is a little weak, but they got the D-line to stop the run, which is another very important thing to be able to do.
Yeah. So they're off that list. Buffalo is also off the list for not having a dynamic pass rusher. Even though they have Von Miller and Jesus. Oh, my God. I can't think of his name. It starts with an R.
Greg Rousseau.
Yes, thank you.
Rousseau, yeah.
Gregory Rousseau.
They got a good D-line, I think, the Bills. I think pass catcher was a big thing for the Bills. They just got Amari Cooper. We'll see how that fills in. I think Amari Cooper, he still led the league in like drops this year. He wasn't being amazing. If he goes back to being a great receiver, I think the Bills could slide their way into the Super Bowl bubble because they're running the ball this year. If Josh Allen's great, they could throw the ball, and defensively they're solid. So I think the Bills could slide their way in. You got to give them some time though.
Washington doesn't have a dynamic pass catcher. Why they're out?
They got Scary Terry.
Oh, no, I said a dynamic pass rusher.
Pass rusher.
Yeah,
I don't know how good their pass rush really is.
Jonathan Allen's good, but like he's not a very
an interior
good
guy. Yeah, it's tough to see.
He doesn't like create pressure from like not really pass rushing.
Not tons.
Yeah. No. Cincinnati, I think they have bad coaching. I still don't think Zach Taylor is a very good head coach.
I agree with you. I think he's not the best. Pass rush wise, they got Trey Hendrickson. Yeah. He's solid.
But like
again, this Bengals team they're just off. They're still like You look at the pieces and you're like, oh, they got it. They're all. I think one of the things, I don't think they can run the ball very well, which I think is a problem.
Yeah,
like I
bad.
said, you got to be able to run the ball because that opens up the pass game. They can't run the ball. They're one-dimensional on offense. And then on defense, I think they're lacking there's a lot of things they're lacking. The defense just isn't coming together. It started to come together more recently, but it kind of was falling apart. It didn't look good in the beginning of the year.
Green Bay, I said no star pass catcher. Now, I think you could argue, Reed, but I just don't. I
know you mean like star pass catcher, but I think when you have Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, and a Christian Watson, or like when they got a few solid guys. Like if one guy's not open, you could look to another guy and he's going to be open. It's not like, oh shoot, if one guy's not open, they're screwed. Like Jaden Reed didn't really do much against Houston. Romeo Doubs had a great game. Like they find ways. I think if Green Bay. And the one thing I would say that they're lacking, they haven't had a pass rush all year besides the Houston game.
Yeah.
They got great. They pressured Stroud on 52% of snaps. They were great against Stroud that game. So I think if they play like they did against Houston with that pressure, I would move them into the Super Bowl bubble because I know you said they don't have a dynamic pass catcher, but I think having a few of them really opens it up for them.
And Dallas was the last team on here not healthy.
Dallas has a lot of issues. On paper they look good because they have a quarterback, a receiver, a pass rusher, even though he's hurt, and coaching is questionable.
I think Mike McCarthy's a good coach,
but outside of those a couple of key positions, they don't have anything.
No, I know
they're like a running game, just not even there.
So there's a couple teams on here that didn't make it. The Buccaneers didn't make it. They're not healthy and
definitely not healthy.
Not healthy at all. And I don't know how good of Todd Bowles is a coach.
He's better than I thought. I didn't think he was fit for a head coach, but actually he's kind of grown on me. I think he's better than, he's not a top 5 coach, but I think he's a solid head coach.
Yeah. The Eagles also didn't make it on here because I don't think they have a pass rush or a good coach.
They're also not healthy right now. They're, like you said, down right? I don't know if is Mailata back or is he still hurt?
Mailata's still on IR.
Yeah. Oh, so he's on IR. So yeah, there's a couple key guys for them. Obviously, they were hurt. Brown and Smith were hurt. They're back now, but yeah, the Eagles are definitely. I think they're just you just watch them and they're missing something. There's something off.
All right, let's get into the two teams that I have.
Wait. I'm back, and I would like to interrupt.
Okay, I love it.
Washington.
They're on there.
They're on there.
Oh,
they're on. They're not in the. They're on the outside the bubble. Just
they're outside the bubble.
Because of coaching.
No, I said because of
they don't have a star pass
rusher.
Defense, yeah.
They also don't have they all have. Here's the thing: if they had like a weak pass rusher, so not the best pass rush, but their secondary was like out of the world, I'd be like, all right, maybe it's a little different story. Their secondary is weak, very weak. So I'm trying to think, who am I like blanking is not in here right now besides Kansas? Oh, I know who it is. Okay,
let's get to the team that Shay's probably thinking of.
Houston, right?
Houston, there they are.
Yeah,
they have they check all 5 boxes.
They don't check one of those boxes.
Which one?
The quarterback. He threw for 86 yards against the Packers. So
he is a very good quarterback.
Listen. They didn't look so good against the Packers.
I know he didn't look good against the Packers, but CJ Stroud is a very good quarterback.
Yes, I agree. They have Houston has all the pieces, and we said that to start the year. They had everything, but could they get it done?
Nico, actually, they probably should be on the outside because of Nico Collins.
Because of health. He's a big part.
Stephon Diggs.
But Diggs and Tank Dell, I think, are enough.
Ezra, I watched the game on Sunday. They're a totally different team without Nico Collins.
Yes.
It's way different.
Oh, I know.
You put a number one corner on Diggs.
Like
it's a number one corner on Diggs is a lot different. He's not as good as if you put number 2s on Diggs. I think he does a lot better. Number 2s on Tank Dell or whatever. This looked like a whole different team. They could run the ball. They really couldn't do anything in the air.
But I still consider Diggs a dynamic pass catcher. I think he's still very good.
I'll cut him I think knowing that we know that Nico Collins will come back, so I agree we'll keep them in the bubble because Nico Collins is.
I think another team that didn't make it was the Rams. The Rams were another team that just weren't healthy.
Yeah, they got a lot of injuries.
But they're coming back, and they also don't have a dynamic pass rusher. Pass rusher. They're another team that. But they're also not.
Nico Collins is expected back November 10th against the Lions.
Yeah, he's coming back.
He's on IR, so he's
on IR. He's coming back
4 weeks or whatever. He'll be back.
And then the next team was the Kansas City Chiefs. They have everything you need.
That's the obvious one.
I tweeted this out on our page. Nobody will see it, but it's okay. I said this is the best team of football, like by far.
When you have the best the best quarterback in the game, basically, and he's not playing like a top 10, top 15 quarterback. And you're 6-0. It's tough to right. They're 6-0 now.
Yeah, they're 6-0.
It's tough to argue because Mahomes has not played good. I don't think if you want to sit here and tell me Mahomes has played like his best football or some of his best football, you're just wrong. He hasn't played the best. He's played good enough for them to win, which is all you need in the NFL. You just need to be good enough to win. And right now, he's playing good enough to win. He's got what?
He has more interceptions than touchdowns.
Yeah, he's 6 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Like it's not great numbers when you look at it, but you know what?
Nix has a better ratio.
When it matters most, when he needs to make the plays, he makes the plays, and there's a reason they're 6-0 for a reason. Okay,
yep.
The defense is great. I mean, their defense is top 5. It's one of the best defenses in the NFL.
I also think that Mahomes' interceptions are not always on him. That's another one with Jordan Love.
Interceptions is an overrated stat to me because
100%.
You watch Jordan Love. I'll take the interception. Some of interceptions are bad, like on like short curl routes, he's throwing interceptions, and it's like, but the guy's gonna take chances down the field. Go make some plays. Like go ahead. And again, like the amount of times I've seen with it's Mahomes and Jordan Love, I think are big ones. I think probably 3 or 4 of their interceptions is receiver right off the receiver's hands, drops that have just been or tips that have.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers too.
Last
week.
Yeah, there's like just a couple of tip balls. Like it happens with all quarterbacks. Just tip balls, drop passes. Like it's not their fault. And they're guys that are taking shots down the field. Like they're going to take a chance. Yeah. And sometimes a ball gets picked off. It happens. You take a chance. But you know what? Jordan Love, best example. He's got 15 passing touchdowns right now. He's played 5 games. He might have 8 interceptions. Like he's almost like a 3-2 touchdown interception ratio. But he's taking those chances. Mahomes taking those chances.
All right, let's start to move on to our leaderboard. Shay is all the way jumped up to first with 31 points. Max is with 30. Me and Ezra are both tied for third place with 26 points. Ezra,
26. Jesus.
Yeah, we had a very bad week 5, Ezra. We both had 6 points.
Our guest always tends to stink. You know, usually the guy.
I didn't total up Trey's points,
Oh yeah, do we know how he did?
but let's just look off the paper here. I don't think he did very well. Actually,
I'd say-
he did okay.
We're lucky we didn't. If we would have done the past 2 weeks, I would be way up there.
Yeah.
If we missed 2 weeks.
We missed 2 weeks.
I would be up. I'd be in the 50s right now if
So-
we did the past 2 weeks.
All right, but we move on to our first game here. Baltimore and Cleveland. One of these guys
He's
is out,
not
and
even
Deshaun
there
Watson. I think this is probably one of the easiest games of the week to pick. Ezra, let's kick it off with you.
Famous Jameis starting for Cleveland, all to get blown out and lose by probably 30. Baltimore by a lot.
All righty.
But I'm not going to lock them.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to disagree with you a little bit, Ezra. I think Baltimore will win this game. That's for sure. I think Baltimore wins this game. The Browns always play Baltimore close. It's like a thing they always play. Like the Browns usually beat Cincinnati. Now they're really bad this year, so I get why they lost to Cincinnati. But you know what? If Jameis Winston played the whole game against Cincinnati, maybe it's a different outcome. I think this game could be closer than you think. Baltimore just had a great win against Tampa Bay. I mean, a phenomenal win against them. I think this game's closer than people might think. Baltimore will win, obviously, but I think this game, I could see this game being closer. And if Baltimore does go out and absolutely dominates, which it will say, every time I feel like the Browns play the Ravens, coming from someone who watches the Browns very frequently, the Ravens always blow out the Browns usually one time, and then the Browns either win or it's a really close game the second time. Like it's usually, I feel like one blowout, one close game. So maybe this is the blowout. I'm going to say this game's closer than people think, but Baltimore wins.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with all you guys. I'm taking Baltimore this week. I think this Browns team, their offensive line is gonna show.
It's hurt and it's bad, and it's been just really bad.
It's gonna show this week when they're like, oh, maybe some things will get cleaned up with James Winston. No, they have no talent on offense. Jerry Jeudy is their number one wide receiver. Like they don't have enough talent just on the offense side of the ball at all, and this defense can't be asked to get 5 to 6 stops a game and hold teams to 17 points. It's just not feasible for the Browns. So I'm going to take Baltimore this week.
Nick Chubb back last week though. Good for the NFL. Nick Chubb.
It is
back.
All right, the Lions and the Titans this week. Oh boy, Mason Rudolph will not be. I think he's still starting this week.
I think so.
I think Mason Rudolph will still be starting this week. Ezra, what do you got?
Well, I don't know why we asked. Detroit's going to win. Tennessee is really, really bad. Really, really bad.
How dare
Will
you
Levis
say-
right now is questionable.
Yeah, I don't know. They might just play. Well,
And he was limited today.
they
Thursday.
might just play Mason Rudolph anyway. Shay,
How,
I mean,
how dare
not
you
much
say
more
that
to
about
do.
the Tennessee Titans? This is a good football team. I think this is another game. The Lions will win this game, but this is like a trap game. Lions just beat the Vikings. Lions are rolling right now. They're looking good. The Titans are bad. They're do they have 2 wins? No, they're 1-5, whatever.
1-5.
1-5, playing for nothing. Detroit's Ohio. I could see Tennessee kind of like they did against Buffalo. It was close in the first half. They were kind of like, oh, all right, Buffalo, which Buffalo does that a lot. They'll fall asleep in the first half, and then they come out and win in the second half against the crappy teams. But I think this game is the Tennessee could kind of keep this thing interesting, playing for nothing really. But Detroit, I think, pulls out the win because, again, it's always these games, the better team comes out in the end.
yeah, I think there's no reason Detroit should lose this game at all. This is a bad Titans football team that's selling house. No DeAndre Hopkins no more. Mason Rudolph is there. Calvin Ridley's stuck there because he signed there. Give me Detroit. There's not much more to say here.
I'm going to lock Detroit.
Yeah, you're going to lock Detroit. So did I. I also
And-
locked Detroit.
Fantasy managers who are pissed from last week, David Montgomery, I think, is bouncing back.
All right, hopefully he
He
is.
didn't even do that bad last week. He didn't get in the end zone.
Yeah, but
He didn't
Jahmyr
get in the end
Gibbs
zone.
blew up.
Well, Montgomery fumbled, so that's what he gets.
Colts and Texans this week. Ezra, what do you got?
Houston.
Houston. All right, nice and quick, Ezra.
CJ Stroud, like Shay said, played absolutely garbage against the Packers last week. He had literally 10 completions, so that man's going to cook.
Yeah, I think I'm locking in Houston on this one. I think this is like blowout potential game. Colts won last week. Colts aren't very
They're
good.
4-3.
They're 4-3. They're not a good 4-3.
They're 4-3.
They're 4-3. They're in the they're the 6th seed in the AFC. You look at the NFC. You want who the 6th seed in the NFC is right now?
Isn't it Green Bay?
The Packers.
Yeah.
You know the 6th seed in the AFC is the Colts. Are you kidding me? That is awful. That is a team. The Packers beat the Colts with Malik Willis as their quarterback. Like this is the Bears are the 7th seed in the NFC. The Broncos are the 7th seed in the AFC. Like it's just so like out of it's so weird when you think about it.
Yeah.
This like they're not, I don't know how they're 4-3. Who have they beaten? How are they 4-3?
Oh look, hold on. The Colts have beaten the Bears, the Steelers, the Titans, and the Dolphins.
The Bears.
All right, so they have one impressive win against the Steelers.
The Steelers, which I think I called that game that the Colts were going to beat the Steelers because the Steelers were right. They were 3-0.
Joe Flacco was playing, I think.
And exactly. And
Flacco played that game. Yeah.
You said they beat the Jaguars too, or they?
Yeah.
No, they lost.
To the
Jaguars in London. You guys called that and called me out on it.
That's right. I don't know how this team is 4-3. They'll be 4-4 after this week. Enough. The Texans are not losing again.
We move on here.
And the Texans are undefeated at home.
Thank you, Ezra, for that. He's just a big fat guy. Big fact guy.
Numbers guy.
Numbers guy. He's got the computer in front of him.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah,
always go with the numbers.
He isn't going to be on the screen. Jacksonville and Green Bay. Ezra, what do you got?
The Packers.
The Packers.
Again, not much to really talk about. Jacksonville is coming off their biggest win of the year. They actually won a football game.
I don't know about their biggest win of the year.
No, I know, but it was in a different country. Welcome back to reality. You're going to get stuck by the Packers. They might not be a blowout, but I don't really think it's that difficult to pick here.
Shay?
Right. No, I think this game's a little closer than people think. Because here's the thing, Jacksonville's got 2 wins, right? I don't think Jacksonville's that bad. Like as people make it seem. I don't know why. I can't get my brain to tell me that. Like I don't know. Maybe I don't watch the Jaguars very often, but I can't get myself to like. I don't know why. I think the Jaguars roster isn't that bad. Like I don't know why. I don't think they're that bad. I mean, they're playing not the best. Maybe coaching. Trevor Lawrence hasn't played great. I just don't think they're that bad. I think this game's a lot closer than maybe some people think. It's in Jacksonville, obviously, so changes things up. I'll take the Packers, but I think this game's again, this is one of those ones. It's not as easy as you think. It might be kind of close.
It'll be a 1-score game.
I think this game is one of those games. Like I said, being a Packers fan, I've seen this plenty of times. Games where you think, they should walk this one out of the park. It kind of comes down, and maybe it's a last possession thing. Jacksonville gives himself a chance to go down and win the game.
I watched actually the Patriots Jacksonville, a little bit of their tape, like the first quarter of it. Mm-hmm. And I watched Jacksonville essentially play very high cover 1. They were not afraid of the Patriots. I don't know if they're going to do that against Green Bay.
Probably not.
They against the Patriots, they did not care.
You got Brett Favre 2.0 back there, crackhead who's just going to throw any ball he likes. Yeah, I would not play. They probably won't play that.
And last week they played Drake May, rookie quarterback who wasn't that his first start.
Yeah, it's tough,
second start.
It's tough to tell against the Patriots how good a team is. Obviously, Jacksonville has 2 wins.
Patriots are awful.
Yeah, that's the worst team in the league. I think
they are awful. I'll get to them in a little bit. I watched Drake May.
I think with Drake May they're a little better, but they were with Brissett. But that's probably the worst team in the league.
Yeah, if they go single high, this is going to be Jordan Love might have 5 touchdowns this game. So give me Green Bay though. We move on. Dolphins and Cardinals this week. Ezra, what do you got?
Shit show of the week. Kidding. That's in New England. Give me Arizona. And they are not favored. I'll put them out as an upset.
Arizona upset this week. Okay. Shay?
Was the guy on the college football game to go, not so fast, kid? You don't remember the old guy? Is he still on?
Oh, yeah. Lee, I forgot his name.
But he's always like,
yes.
Going, not so fast.
Yes.
This is Tua's game back for the Dolphins. He's coming back. Tyreek Hill's excited. Jalen Waddle's excited. Everybody on the Dolphins is excited because this team looked like garbage. And they're 2-4. They're 2-4 right now with Tua coming back. The Colts are 4-3 and in the playoffs. So the Dolphins have high hopes that they could come back and possibly get in the playoffs. I think even the Jets, even though the Jets are 2-5, you look at the Colts being 4-3 in the playoffs, you got a chance to come back and now and fight for not the division because the Bills are probably going to win that, but a wild card spot. I think Arizona had a big win last week against the Chargers, which was nice for them. You know, they're 3-4. They're still in the divisional race over there in the West. But I think the Dolphins with Tua coming back, this offense is ready to go and explode on this not so good Cardinals defense.
Yeah, I'm with Shay on this one here. I'm taking the Dolphins. This is Tua coming back.
Are we sure Tua is back now? He's been practicing.
Yeah,
Are we sure he's going to play?
Ezra, that's your job.
Because now, can we make this a game time? Because if Tua doesn't play, I'm taking the Cardinals because they're awful without him.
Yeah, they're bad without him.
And I don't think Tua's the best quarterback, but they're like a whole different team without him. Like they're the worst team in the league.
Yes.
They're the worst team in the league without Tua.
He's probably questionable, right, Ezra?
Well, he's still on the IR, but he was a full participant in practice today and is expected to play.
Then he's coming back.
Dolphins and Tua ride this week.
I think he's just got a clear concussion protocol, and that's it. We're all taking.
He's good.
Me and Shay are taking the Dolphins here this week.
As long as he just throw up the gang.
I'm riding high on K1. He played well last week. The defense actually played pretty well.
Yeah, it depends on how much time he spends on Call of Duty. I swear, from week to week. I swear to you, that's what
I watched the Cardinals against the Packers. They're not good. They're just not a good team.
All right, Jets and Patriots this week. Ezra, what do you got?
So this is the garbage fire game of the week. The dumpster fire, one might call it. Yeah, this is bad. I'll take the Jets. They're favored by 7. The Patriots suck.
He is taking the
Jets. I do want to see Devontae Adams get the football.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to see Devontae Adams get the football.
He will get the football this week. I think the Jets win this one pretty handedly. This is a good defense against the rookie quarterback. This Patriots team isn't very good. Jets can go man-to-man across the board, lock up any of these Patriots receivers. This is a game the Jets, this is a statement game. They need to go out and they kind of need, hopefully, I don't know what the weather is in Foxborough. It could always be kind of rainy, whatever. But if this is clear skies, blue skies, the Jets need to come out and meet a statement win. They need to win this game 31-10.
You're done.
Oh, God.
Oh, everybody clap. It's me.
The Jets need to win this game big
to
kind of show that, hey, we're still fighting for things.
Welcome in, Max.
Jets. Okay, that was quick. Somebody just took my phone today at work. Ooh. I left it on the counter. I'm not being racist. This guy walked in the store. He looked like homeless. He had like dreads all the way down to his stomach.
Did you get your phone back?
Did you get your phone back?
I did. The store was packed, so I wasn't able to get my phone. But I see him checking where I put my phone down, and this dude just if he wanted to hide it, he easily could have been like this, put it in his pocket. But he's out like this, playing on my phone. I left it open. I was like, "Sir, that's not yours." He goes, "Are you sure? I found it sitting on that." "Sir, that's not yours." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." He's like, "Well, you shouldn't leave it out." And I was like, "Well, you shouldn't touch things that are yours. I just took it."
All right, Max, we'll run this back real quick. You ready? Browns, Ravens.
I'm going to do Ravens.
Speed run.
Quick. Speed run, really quick. Lions. H-Town. Green Bay. Cardinals.
Tua's back.
Yeah, I know.
Ezra feels better about himself that somebody picked with him because he was really
Bang.
He was regretting himself. He was like,
Tua's not going to do shit his first game back.
All right, we got the Jets.
We all have a clean sweep on the.
It's literal mush.
We all have a clean sweep on the Jets. This is Hassan Reddick's first game back too as a New York Jet as well.
I forgot about that. First game as a New York Jet.
Yes.
Yeah, but the probability of him actually being in shape is going to be crazy. He's gonna look like Brandon Ayuk.
They have so many guys. He doesn't need to play every snap. Is the thing. He just needs to go on third down and get the quarterback. That's all he's in there for.
Buccaneers and the Falcons this week. What do we got?
When these two first, it was a really good
Atlanta.
game. It came down to the wire, right? When they went up against each other early in the season.
Yeah. It wasn't even your time. Ezra's still speaking.
We got an order going on.
I got it. So tell Ezra to suck a fucking dick because I want to go.
Whoa. All right. So I'll take Atlanta. The Buccaneers suffered 2 big injuries last week with their receivers. So now their number one receiver is Jalen McMillan. Oh, Sterling Shepard if you want to.
No. It's Ray McCloud. He's going to be getting all the targets, Ezra.
Oscar Ray McCloud plays for the Falcons.
Wrong team. I'm not. Guys. Sterling Shepard's a stud. Go.
Atlanta. Sterling Shepard, Jalen McMillan, and Trey Palmer are the 3 receivers that Baker Mayfield will throw to, and with no Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield is not the same quarterback that he was to start the season. I'll take Atlanta.
Alrighty. Max is also taking Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm... I forgot.
No Chris Godwin and no Mike Evans.
Yeah. When you say Raymond McLeod, you know he's on the Falcons, right?
Yeah, we corrected him.
We just corrected myself.
Strong
Don't
team.
worry.
Who are they throwing to? Trey Palmer, Cade Audit.
Sterling Shepard.
Oh God.
And Jalen
Giants
McMillan.
reject. Yeah, give me Atlanta right here.
Well, he was on a reject. He played for the team for like 7 years.
Is he on the team now?
No, 'cause
Rejected.
he's ass.
Exactly. So he's a Giants reject.
No, he's not.
Is he good enough to stay on the team?
He wasn't good enough to make the Buccaneers roster. He got cut.
But he's playing now
They
on the
just go back 'cause
Buccaneers.
They have 2 hurt.
Yeah, because they have nobody on their roster. He's not a reject. He's just not good at football. Shay?
You guys remember earlier in the year when everyone was talking hype about this division, how it was like, oh, it was bad. Oh, and now it's so good. Look at this. The Saints are amazing. The Falcons and the Bucs. This division's going to be insane. We're going to have 3 teams from this division make the playoffs.
Yeah, you have one now, probably.
Yeah, how's this one going for you? The loser of this game is 4-4, 500. The Saints are done. Carolina is in the
Well, we already knew Carolina's
XFL.
ass. Yeah, they're ass.
Tampa Bay's 2 hurt. Chris Godwin doesn't have a foot right now. His career might be done, which is terrible because he was having such a good year, Chris Godwin.
I know. I traded him in fantasy.
He was having a. Do you trade him away?
Remember, I traded him for
of
Najee
course.
Harris.
Yeah, that's right. The Falcons will win this game just because they're the Bucs are the better team when healthy.
Yeah, 100%.
But they're banged up. They're really banged up.
Yeah.
And top 2 weapons out. Yeah, they looked like a whole different team. This is the Falcons' game to win.
All
and
right.
the Falcons just got embarrassed last week by Seattle too.
Yeah, at home, too. It was a bad
Yeah,
loss.
I knew which I could have told you was going to happen. Seattle just got embarrassed by the Giants a couple weeks prior.
Yeah.
So
All right, we move on here. Oh, shit.
Is that Trey Hendrickson?
no, that's Sam Hubbard.
Thank
All right,
God.
well,
I fucking hate that guy.
Well, I missed a game then on here.
You did? What'd you miss?
This
Eagles, Bengals.
Well, that's what we got right now on the screen. We got Eagles, Bengals. But
one. All right, I missed a game on here. I'm sorry.
I can't even learn onto my sports betting app. I'm just going to have to go off the top of my head.
Okay, Cincy and Philly this week. Ezra, what do you got?
So we talk about like impressive wins and all that, and who you actually beaten. So Cincinnati's beaten absolutely nobody. They've beaten the Panthers, the Giants, the Browns, and they are not beating the Eagles. I will take Philly.
Really? I
Yeah.
think they're like these are like 2 of the most fraudulent teams in the NFL. Like if I had to stack
Yeah, I
like
know.
one from the AFC, one from the NFC, it's like these 2
These
teams.
are the 2 teams.
These 2 teams.
the only
are,
difference is one has a solid record, the other one doesn't have the best record.
Yeah.
The Eagles are 5-2 or 4-2, I think.
4-2.
And
Yeah.
Cincinnati's 3-4 or whatever. So
it's like
But
go Wes.
Cincinnati hasn't won a game at home yet, and I know their 3 games at home have been against good teams, minus the Patriots week 1. But Joe Burrow doesn't like to show up until week 3.
but like I'm trying to think
That's-
who
I
who have the Eagles beaten? They beat the Packers week 1. That game doesn't even count. Like I promise you, if that game is played anywhere else that's not Brazil, the Packers
Packers.
win that game.
Saints,
Packers are good right now.
Browns,
too.
Giants.
Saints, Browns, Giants.
Okay, Saints, Browns, Giants. The Saints were okay at the time.
That game in
And that
New
game was
Orleans
like
was a primetime game.
15-13.
Yeah.
That game came down to Saquon had to rush for like a 70-yard carry
Yes.
to win them that game. Yeah, these are
Like let's put it this way: the Bengals, what are they really good at? Passing the ball, and that's it. What are the Eagles good at? Running the ball. That's it. They're both good at nothing, essentially. So like one team stopped the run, one team stopped the pass. Both these teams are fraudulent. Max, what do you got?
You summed it up perfectly. I mean, I've not seen a single AJ Brown highlight this year. I've seen Saquon highlights and I've seen Jamar Chase highlights.
I will say AJ Brown, he's been solid when he's played. He's been
Yeah,
hurt.
he's been hurt.
a bit.
I don't know. Jalen Hurts can suck a sandpaper dildo. Give me
Trey
the
Hendrickson's
Bengals.
have like 3 sacks this week.
I fucking hate that
offensive
guy,
line,
too.
They're awful. They're awful.
Yeah.
Jordan Malata's out.
Who you going with?
The left tackle can't play
Cincinnati?
left tackle.
Yeah. I hate Trey Hendrickson though. Like, there's one player I would commit a homicide on. It would probably be him.
I
And
don't think you
Jalen
can
Hurts.
say
And then if we
this
had to go
stuff.
by coaches, it'd be Nick Sirianni.
Max, it's great to have you.
What's so funny?
He just brings such a curveball to the table every time. You don't know what he's going to say.
Every time. It's normal.
Is it
podcast.
true, though?
Max,
Like-
Max, we're picking NFL teams. Why are you talking about homicide?
Homicides.
Homicide, like killing people.
Shay, what do you got?
I think this is a big game for both teams because Cincinnati wins this game. You just had to you beat a team with a winning record. Now you're 4-4. Like I said, the Colts are 4-3 and they're losing this week, so they'll be 4-4. So the Cincinnati's squeaking their way into a wild card spot if they win this game. Philly wins this game. All right, maybe Philly, you're not. Maybe you're all right. You're a solid team. You're 5-2. Then you're doing all right. You're still fighting for the division. However, I think the offensive line being banged up for Philly is big time, and I think Cincinnati is starting to get things going. I think they know they need a statement win to get themselves back on track. I think this is a game they get a statement win against Philly Not sure how much of a true statement it is, but you beat a team with a winning record. It's impressive. I'll take Cincy.
Okay. Max, who'd you take this week? I'm sorry.
He also took Cincy.
He also took Cincy. This is a really tough game. Cincy, what are they bad at? They can't stop the run. What is Philly good at?
Defense. Oh.
No, Philly is good at running the ball.
This is
No, I know, but the Bengals' whole defense is fucking ass.
What are the Bengals good at? Passing the ball. What are the Eagles bad at?
Shut up. Zach Moss is
Covering
a
the
top
pass.
5 running back in the league. You ever heard of a fucking joke?
This game might be this game could be 35-38. This could be a high scoring game. Or you know what? How things have gone this year, this game will be 13-3.
Yeah.
Some things I don't understand. But whatever it matters, whoever wins, this is a big game for either one of these teams.
I'm actually take Cincy this week. I think that just because they got BJ Hill back and they got some other guys back.
I think Mailata being hurt and a couple offensive, that's serious for them. And we'll see how good Jalen Hurts really is because he hasn't done anything impressive.
He's not as good as you would think. Chargers, Saints, Ezra, what do you got?
Skip, LA.
All right, LA.
This game's horrible.
This game is going to be bad. Max?
Vikings scored.
Oh, that's nice.
Who scored?
That Josh Oliver guy.
Oh, okay.
Boo.
Passing touchdown from Sam
Touchdown
Donald.
pass by Sammy D.
Max, Chargers, Saints.
I heard you. Just give me a second. I don't even know these teams' records.
The Chargers are 3-3.
Weren't the Saints 2-0?
Yeah, Max. The Saints have no receivers, no more, and no quarterback.
Remember when someone came on here and said the Saints are frauds? They're just eventually going to see it. I told you guys. This is it's the Saints. All right, they're really not that good. Obviously they're hurt. If they weren't hurt, I promise you they would maybe be 3 what's their record? 2-5 are they?
Yeah, 3. They'd be 3-4 maybe.
They 4-3 maybe, but they're not doing anything.
I guess we'll just go with Herberto.
Okay, Shay.
Yeah, I want to take back what I said about New England being a worst team. I think how this team is right now, they might be the worst team just because they're so hurt.
Oh yeah, they're
really bad. I mean, I don't like Denver very much, and when they played Denver on Thursday night, I don't think I could have thrown more money on the Denver Broncos to win that game. I mean, I went to my dad and was like, this might be like we were picking games. He's like, Saints or Broncos. I'm like, Dad, this might be the most if you don't pick the Broncos, you're just a moron. Like this game's gonna be so bad. I didn't watch it, and then I think everyone saw the score. Chargers also lost last week to Arizona. They'll win this one, pick up that win. They're still fighting for a wild card spot too.
Yeah, the Saints are so banged up here. I'll take the Chargers as well. We move on, folks.
If the Saints are healthy, that's a good game. But again, they're not even close to healthy.
Seahawks and Buffalo. Ezra, what do you got?
I will take the Bills.
Okay.
Seahawks have been really, really streaky. They had 3 wins to start the year, then had 3 straight losses, and then just embarrassed the living fuck out of the Falcons, actually. But Buffalo seems legit. I'm going to take Buffalo. And we'll see what Amari Cooper can do offensively.
All right, Max, what do you got? Buffalo and Seattle.
It's in Seattle, which
I like Buffalo, dude. Actually, I feel like this one is also gonna be a dogfight. I already know it.
Are you still going with Buffalo though?
I'm gonna take Seattle.
Okay, he's going with Seattle. Okay. Shay?
Now, if you remember earlier on at week 4, someone came on here and said that the 3-0 Seattle Seahawks, their time would come and they would start to lose games. I like to toot my own horn. I'm wrong a lot, but I also can be right with this stuff. This game actually, I think, could be kind of... I'll take Buffalo in this game. This game's in Seattle. Tough place to play. I think this one's a good game. I think Seattle had that win that they needed last week to get them kind of back on track. I still don't think Seattle's that very good. You know, Kenneth Walker's solid. Offensively, they got so many weapons. Geno Smith's all right. He's playing solid. They're all right. Defensively, But I think Buffalo wins this game just because of the better team. But I think this is a close game. I actually think this is a dogfight.
Alrighty. We move on. Sorry. I took Buffalo. Clean sweep except for Max. Okay, we move on here. Battle of number 1 and number 2 overall picks. Ezra, what do you got? Bears and Washington.
Sorry. I didn't scroll down enough.
Yeah, get his head out of his ass.
Commanders, Washington.
Now, is Mariota playing?
Jaden Daniels will play. I'm going to check if he practiced today. He is still... Hold on.
If he didn't practice today, he's probably not playing. That's usually how it goes in the NFL.
Jaden Daniels is questionable. He did not practice today. Mariota will play. I still think they have a pretty good shot. The Bears are all right, but they have not won a game on the road yet. Washington's undefeated at home. I'm a numbers guy. I will take Washington.
Max, do you have the books up? Who's favored?
I'll look right now.
Okay.
Chicago's favored by 3.
Oh, Chicago's favored by 3?
Yeah, -3.
Okay.
In Washington?
In Washington, yes.
Oh, wow.
No, I think they're in
No, they're in Washington this week.
Northwest Stadium?
They're definitely in Washington.
Northwest Stadium's not FedEx Field.
It's not
in
named
Landover,
FedEx.
Maryland.
The Bears play at Soldier Field, so if
Yeah, it's not.
it's
Oh,
in
I thought it was
Washington.
called FedEx.
It's in Washington.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's in Washington. The Bears are -3.
That's interesting. They were my upset. Now I have to change my upset. I've been throwing it off here.
All right.
Is Cincy favored this week?
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Cincinnati's favored by 3.
I have to go back to the drawing board as my upset.
You should
Okay.
take the Giants over the Steelers.
I should do that, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that one.
You take that one. Go ahead.
Oh,
Shay,
my
what do you
Eagles
got?
are my upset. The Eagles picks my upset, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
Actually, no. Put it on Washington because I didn't know they were not favored. Put it on
Okay,
Washington.
that's fine. I could do that. Max, you took who this week? Between number 1 and number 2 overall pick?
Yeah, this one's tough. Is he playing?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
Caleb.
Yeah, it's probably not.
I don't think so.
Chicago. Okay. Shay.
I hate both of these teams.
Hey!
You know where I say I might be wrong? I'm still down.
No, you cannot say you hate both these teams when you take this team in every single franchise we make.
What do you? No, I was the quarterback for their team. I'm in the Titans.
No, but when we used to be mad at franchises, you used to take Washington.
I was the
all the time.
quarterback for the Washington because they didn't have a quarterback, so it was easy to go play quarterback for them. And their offensive line stunk, and I knew it would be awful. You didn't miss me. I was praising the Titans earlier. No, it's not that I don't hate Washington. I have nothing against. I should change this. I hate Chicago. I hate the Bears.
Yeah.
I hate the Bears, but I don't hate Washington. But I'm still like, there's still that side of me that's telling me they're not that good. And I think Oscar's on the same boat as me. They're not that good, right? There's still something. They're not that good, but they keep winning. And I'll keep saying I don't think they're that good, but they just keep winning and proving me wrong. But I don't. Oh man, I don't like either of these. I think both these teams. They're 4-2. They're 5-2. I don't think either one of them is very good. I don't want to see the Bears win because I can't like picture a world the Bears are 5-2 and possibly going to make the playoffs. I'm going to take Washington just because I hate the Bears. That'll be my upset. I don't have any other game that's an upset. I have to take one. Mm-hmm. I'll take Washington as my upset because there's no other game I'll pick.
Yeah, the Bears decided a couple of weeks ago that they wanted to decide to run the ball finally. They finally figured out how to hand it off to DeAndre Swift, and they're doing a good job of it now. The past 3 weeks, they've been a pretty good football team, the Bears, making Caleb Williams do less in that sense. And Washington, Jaden Daniels out, so I'm going to take the Bears this week. We move on here. Broncos, Panthers. Nobody will be watching this game because they have very little fans.
Bryce Young's back, guys.
I'm so happy for him, though. He's got to light it up this game if he wants a chance.
Guys, what's a bigger headline? Bryce Young back or Josh Reynolds got shot in the back of the head and he's alive?
Crazy.
Which is the bigger headline?
You think he plays this week?
Wait, Shay, did you call it a headline? I'm going to take Josh Reynolds.
Oh, my God.
What did he say?
He said, he's like, wait, you called it a headline? I'm going to take Josh Reynolds because he got shot in the head.
Boy, get him out of the call. You can't say that. I might have to fucking bleep that.
That might have been one of the biggest news like reports that I'm like, oh, he got shot in the back of the head and he's fine? He's okay?
Fine? I'm pretty sure when you get shot in the head, at least in video games, that's how you die. In GTA, I shoot somebody in the head and they're pretty much dead. It doesn't matter where it is. I can hit their earlobe and they're dead.
Don't you get double damage for headshots?
Yeah, you do. Remember when the Scar used to do like 72 to the head? I think that one did 99, and he's there. No, but seriously though, I'm glad. I don't know how he's not dead. There's a God among him, and he's gonna.
There's something, I think it's just about NFL players, like besides that Vikings guy, whatever the tragic thing, the corner, the rookie that happened to him, like NFL players just somehow.
Guys, last year, 0 NFL players, if I remember correctly, got shot. We're on to 3 this year. We times it by 3. That's impressive.
Who else?
Ricky?
Yeah, Ricky did. I know that. Reynolds and
Josh, and
didn't the Vikings? Oh no, the Vikings guy died in car accident. No.
Yeah, he didn't get shot. I don't.
He didn't get shot. All right, so we're 2.
No, but someone from the Texans got shot. I don't remember. Was it Tank Dell got shot?
Yeah, Tank
Was
Dell
that
got
this
shot
year?
too.
Was that
Yeah,
the- okay.
he got shot in Florida. Yeah,
was this year?
so guys just get shot in the NFL a lot.
Damn. What are they doing?
Let's run through this game quick here because
You remember when Joe Mixon pointed a gun at like 12-year-old, 13-year-old?
Oh
kids?
my God, I remember that headline.
All right, we got to speed this up. Ezra, what do you got?
I'm going to take Denver. Carolina sucks, and Bryce Young's
Denver,
playing again.
Max, take your boy Bryce. Come on,
Take him, Bryce.
taking Bryce. I love it. Good, Max, Ashay.
Close game, I think. I'll take Denver. Sean Payton against a young quarterback, but I think this game's kind of close.
All right, we move on here, guys. We're all taking Kansas City, right? There's no
Raiders.
way.
Raiders give him his first L.
I want to agree with you because I
Raiders
see,
give him the
see-
first L.
I see the thought process, but they don't have anybody on their team.
They don't, but guess what? They're gonna find a fucking way.
No, the Chiefs. No,
Actually, you know what? Give me Chiefs because there's no Tank. Next week, you bet your ass on whoever's playing the Kansas City.
they're playing the Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks will win that game.
The Bucks are too hurt.
I don't know.
It's
how
in
they win that
Arrowhead.
game.
Yeah.
Ezra, what do you got?
Oh, I'll take Kansas City. I wanted to go upset, but they literally
They play
Vegas has
the
two stock
Broncos
hours.
in a few weeks. I think the Broncos are more likely to beat them this year than Vegas would be to beat them this year.
Shay, you're on KC as well.
Yeah, I'm KC.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm also going. Kansas City.
Max. I see where the thought process comes from, but I can't look at this Vegas team and be like, yeah, I believe in them.
Yeah, I'm going with no as well as this one. All right. Brock Purdy and the 49ers go up against the Dallas Cowboys
They're gonna kiss. Look how
this
close
week.
they are in that
Yeah,
picture.
this is a good one.
It's an injury battle.
Ezra, what do you got?
Who's more injured? What's
So
your
Max
over,
will
over and
break.
under on injuries this game?
I'm taking the Cowgirls.
Cowgirls.
And it's painful to say that.
Ooh.
Max.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan just owns his franchise. Just give me Brock.
There's a couple teams that own the Dallas Cowboys. The Niners are one of them. The Packers are the other
Yeah,
one.
they just
Always beat them no matter what happens. They just have the better hand. Like in recent years, at least they've just been better.
I think it's just like they just get under each other's skin, and then the Cowboys just don't know what to do with it about it.
I don't know. They just this.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Niners this week. So we all took the Niners except for Ezra.
Yeah,
Ezra seems to
Can
have
I
a very
change my
big.
pick?
I think
Yeah.
the craziest stat is that the Niners have so many injuries that the guy who got shot is their most healthy and
Yes.
number one receiver to go this week.
Yes. It's crazy.
Actually, Jawan Jennings, if he plays.
Oh, Juwan Jennings is going to play this week?
Never mind. He didn't practice
I don't think he
today.
All right,
practiced
so he
today.
won't play it. Yeah, okay, he won't play it. All right, we move on here. Giants and Pittsburgh Steelers.
I know what I won't be doing on Monday night.
I know exactly what I'll be doing on Monday night. Ezra, what do we got?
Oscar doesn't know who to root for.
Yeah,
His heart and it.
Actually, Oscar, I'm going to let you
His favorite
start.
team
'cause
is-
Yeah,
you're
let's
the
let
one
Oscar
who's
talk
been
about his two.
fucking Pittsburgh the entire year.
Let's talk about his.
no, because I don't have 20 minutes.
Let's talk about his two favorite teams. Which one will win this one?
I'll take Pittsburgh. Giants are pretty bad.
I think this is the last game
So
Pittsburgh
is this like
has
a win, Oscar?
before-
Is this a win-win for you though? So like even no matter what, your favorite team wins.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's not my favorite team, guys. Guys, let's not stop. Okay, let's stop with this whole thing of Pittsburgh's
that's
my
a funny
favorite
one.
team. Okay, just because I bet on them. Okay, I actually didn't take them.
Oscar,
You
every
bet
week.
$100.
Oscar, you talk so highly about the Steelers.
I do. I love the Steelers. I think they're a very good football team. Let's not.
I just
lie.
want to let you know this is the last game. They have they play the Giants, okay? Then they have a bye. Then the gauntlet starts.
Yeah, but the
It's-
gauntlet's not that tough.
It's not as bad anymore because the Browns aren't so good.
The
but
Browns aren't
it's-
so good.
It's
Cincy's not that good.
It's Washington, the Browns twice.
Oh, come on, Washington's still not that good either. They could be.
Washington
No,
will
but
beat
just
Pittsburgh.
listen to this. It's Washington, the Browns twice, the Bengals twice, the Ravens twice, the Chiefs and the Eagles.
The Eagles aren't that good.
No, but I'm
this
just-
gauntlet's not as tough as it would have been week one.
That's probably one of the toughest schedules you're going to get for the rest of the year.
I
Now
don't
listen,
know.
the Steelers will be 6-. They should win this game, so they'll be 6-2.
Any NFC North team has a tougher schedule. The Packers,
Well,
probably-
obviously, but here's the
because
thing:
they have to play tougher teams.
can the Steelers go? Let's say they got to get 10 wins. Can they go 4-5 in the
Oh,
gauntlet
100%.
to-
100%.
to finish it out?
Dude, 100%.
We haven't gotten to the point though.
Who are their 4 wins?
Russell Wilson hasn't gotten to his point yet. He's gonna hit that point where he starts going down. He's cooking right now. He's Broncos country. Let's ride. He's going down soon.
Russell Wilson brings the explosiveness to the offense that they've been looking for.
How many? So the Steelers win this game against the Giants, right? So they're 6-2.
Yes.
What do they finish as record wise? After the schedule I just told you, Baltimore twice, Cincy twice, Kansas City in there. What's the record?
Philly
probably
and
have 10 wins.
Washington.
I think right. I agree.
10 to
I agree with you. I agree.
Anywhere 10 to 11. I don't know whether they take 2 from Cleveland, whether they take 2 from.
I think 10-7 is a
Yeah.
good finish for them.
Yeah.
Which should get them in the play. Which they did better in the front half than I thought they would do.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would do this good in the front half, so I thought they'd be screwed by the back half. But if you're 6-2, you should be okay.
Yeah, you should be okay. I'm taking Pittsburgh this week. The Giants don't have a left tackle. They literally played 4 offensive linemen each week. Daniel Jones doesn't.
Daniel Jones is at the point. Listen, he was here. Then he was going up. We're like, all right, this guy might not be as bad as we thought. He's back down to as bad as we thought. He hit his point. He had his moments.
The Giants can't operate from anywhere from 3rd and 6 plus because they don't have a left tackle.
Now listen, 6-3 final score. Steelers 6, Giants 3.
Yeah, the Steelers are gonna. This is a tough game for the Giants because they have 2 good pass rushers and the Giants cannot block. I don't know who they're going to play at left tackle.
The Giants
this week.
might not score more than 3 points. I don't think the Steelers are going to score a lot. This will be one of those. The Jets was an outlier for them, how many points they scored.
The only hope I have is Daniel Jones' stats on the road. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback on the road. It's actually insane.
He's the worst quarterback of
He
all
has
time.
not thrown a touchdown in MetLife.
Good thing it's not in MetLife, Ezra.
He's the worst.
It's
home
in
quarterback,
Pittsburgh.
That's hard to do.
That's actually is hard to do.
I don't know how you could be so bad. Usually you're supposed. Well, this is my thought process. When he goes on the road, the fans cheer for him because how bad he is. But when he's home, the fans boo him because of how bad he is.
So I'm taking Pittsburgh. Ezra, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Okay, Max,
It sucks.
taking Pittsburgh this week.
Yeah.
Guys, why don't you guys take the Giants? I'm taking Pittsburgh. Come on.
How many wins? The Giants have 2 wins.
Giants have 2 wins.
Yeah, no. Listen. I think you said it best. I think Andrew Thomas is such a big loss for them. I think if he plays, this game is closer than people might think. But I think watching them play against the Eagles last week was just
No, yeah.
The Giants are the Giants.
Josh Ozudu cannot play left tackle. Like he needs to be off the roster immediately. Like he's a bad football player.
You know who's going to play left tackle?
Evan Neal's not playing left tackle. They already brought in other guys to go play left tackle this week. It may be. No, I think it's actually going to be Josh Ozudu. It's going to be even worse. Shay, you're taking Pittsburgh?
Guys, the Rams scored.
You're taking Pittsburgh, Shay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That closes it. Ezra, go have fun. Go watch it with your Minnesota friends. That will probably have tons of fun. Go eat your Culvers.
Minnesota friends. Ew.
Everyone that's from here is a Minnesota Vikings fan.
Yeah.
I wish nothing but. Actually, I don't have anything against the Vikings. It's just the Bears. I just hate the Bears. Everyone else, the Lions are okay. The Vikings are fine. I just hate the Bears. If the Bears ever win, if the Bears beat the Packers, you might not see me ever again. Ever again. I don't even know any Bears fans, and I hate the Bears. I don't think I could I can't open social media because the first thing I'll see is any Bears fan praising that they won the Super Bowl.
They're idiots. All right.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.